I'll categorize Amazon's voice assistant and devices as house guests who overstayed their welcome at this point. They helped out at first. We've enjoyed having them around for the most part. They were entertaining, informative on recent events, but eventually we found we wanted our privacy as a family back, and so out they went. Now, in case some of you still have Amazon devices in your home, I won't be using the proper name for the service because I know it triggers the darn thing. So, from here on, I'll be referring to it as Echo, which hopefully stops it from happening. If not, you can turn the microphone off on your device, or you could watch this using headphones. That might work for you. Mine used to go off when I would say Lexus, so kind of annoying. Anyway, for a few years, in my home, we had quite a few Amazon devices, Echo devices. One in most of the major rooms, so the bedrooms, living room, dining room, that kind of thing. None in the bathroom because that would be weird. They were like super convenient for turning on lights or finding out what the weather was going to be or news headlines, talking to each other from room to room. That was a big one. And one of my favorite things to do was playing music throughout the house, and also setting timers. That was another big one. I had several generations of the Echo devices, and so that would be like just the Echo, which was the large sphere. That was their most recent one. Prior to that, it was the cylinder-looking thing. And I also had several versions of the dots, so like the hockey puck-looking things, and then they also made those into spheres. The large Echoes, man, they sounded great. They had really good sound quality. I really liked them. But at a certain point, I knew the party was over. So that point came just about a year ago when Amazon announced that everything that you said to your Exa device would be sent to Amazon and analyzed in order to bolster the Exa Plus app with integrated AI that was in development at the time. Now, prior to this, you could just have your commands processed locally. They didn't have to go out to Amazon's cloud. You needed devices that could do it, like the Echo 4, but still, you had that option of, no, I don't want to send everything to Amazon's cloud. At least they told you had that option. I'm going to trust them on that at this point. But as of last March, that all ended. Amazon said that all Exa requests at that point would have to be processed through the cloud. Well, that didn't sit well with me or others, especially since Amazon had to pay $25 million in 2023 to settle federal charges that it held on to the recordings of children in violation of child privacy law. That was basically a tipping point for me, that if they were going to process everything, that I wasn't going to be a part of it. So we began to unsmart our home, going back to light switches and whatnot. Now, I tried Home Assistant, which is an open source solution, and I even had the little Home Assistant voice thing, but it was clunky, and it's definitely not for novices, and I couldn't get it to work completely. I got it to turn lights on and off, and it could give me a rudimentary weather forecast, but it was not impressive. Eventually, I got an Apple HomePod, and I put that in a central room of our house, and that worked pretty well, but they're not cheap. They're about $100 a piece for the small ones. The big ones are like $250 for a recertified one or something like that. So that solved some of the problems, but not all of them. The biggest problem we had was that we used to use the drop-in feature that Exa offered to talk to each other in different rooms of our house, like an intercom. My wife would let me know that she and the kids were heading out while I was in the basement working, or we could call the kids down for dinner if they were in their rooms without shouting up the stairwell. It really was a great function, and we missed it. I found a fairly simple solution to that, and I'm going to share it with you today. I bought this with my own money. This is not a sponsored video in any way, shape, or form. Now, I will show you this, and it might not look impressive, but it worked. This is the Ultraspeak Pro wireless intercom from Hosmart. I got this on Amazon. You can have up to 6 of these throughout your house, or even in nearby buildings if you happen to have an outbuilding or a barn or a shed. And the best part is these do not require any wiring whatsoever. They do require power. There's a USB-C plug, so anything that will provide enough power through USB-C can be used, but they do come with their own power supply. Just plug them in, Make a note of which number lights up on the keypad because that tells you which unit it is. Or if you want to change it, hold down the number to change it, and you're good to go. When you want to make a call to one of the other boxes, you just hit that number and it starts to ring the other box. So calling from one unit to another is super simple. Now granted, this isn't as elegant as an Amazon Echo or an Apple HomePod or Google Nest, but the beauty lies in the simplicity. These don't have to connect to your Wi-Fi to work. They don't need internet access to work, something that caused our Echo devices to actually come to a screeching halt when it would happen. Oh, and of note, Apple HomePods also do not require internet access to make your lights turn on and off and stuff like that. They can work without internet access. Just wanted to put that out there. These intercoms are Vox enabled, so there's no push to talk button. You just speak, it opens the mic, and that's all you have to do. You can also set these in monitor mode, which there's a button on here, monitored. You hit that, you hit the number that you want to listen to, and then it sort of acts like a baby monitor or some use case like that. I read of some people using them for keeping track of people, the elderly with dementia in the night as they slept and other situations like that. And I can certainly see how this would be helpful, and my heart goes out to those folks. Now, I found range to be very good. As far as transmitting from my basement up to my second floor, no problems whatsoever, and that's going through 2 floors of wooden construction. Hosmart says that there is a 1,200-foot range on these, but that's without any obstructions between units. So if you're going to put this in like a pole barn that has metal walls on it, you might have more of a problem. I don't really know because I don't have a structure like that, but 1,200 feet with no obstruction. So if there is some kind of obstruction, plan accordingly. Now, I haven't had any interference on these at all for the past year or so that I've been using them. There are other intercoms, wireless intercoms on the market where people complain that they're picking up CB traffic from passing trucks and whatnot. Now, I have had a CB radio in my shack with an antenna, and I have been able to hear CB traffic. I've never heard it on these. The sound quality is pretty darn good. Better than like an FRS radio that you get from a blister pack from Walmart, but not quite as good as like a Wi-Fi phone call. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you can make a call on your cell phone through the carrier, or you can do it on Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi usually sounds a little bit sharper. This is not quite as good as that, but still good. In fact, I did a little audio test for you so you can hear what it sounds like. We'll check in on that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I'm going to do a quick audio check for you. I'm going to run upstairs and talk to this one from another one. Now, this just uses a little USB power supply, so you could use something like this, a USB power bank, to operate this either off-grid or if you were in a power-down situation. So let me put my mic down here and we'll do a quick audio check.
Hey guys, it's Matt. Thanks for checking out the video. I am on the second floor of my house transmitting to the basement with the wireless intercom. This is what it sounds like.
So if, like me, you kicked smart devices out of your home, or you found yourself looking for a room-to-room communication solution for your home that doesn't require wires or internet access, this might be the solution you're looking for. I love it because it pretty much works in any setup. Even if you're off-grid, this still works. It was the solution for me, absolutely. And I've left an Amazon affiliate link for the intercoms below. There's a different package to fit your needs, from a 2-pack to a 6-pack. I went with the 6-pack just to have an extra one, and that was well under $150. If you get the 2-pack, that's under $50. So I think that's pretty affordable. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope you find these videos helpful, and if you do, I would very much appreciate if you could drop a like and subscribe to the channel, because it really helps me out. We're getting near 5,000 subscribers. It would be great to cross that threshold in 2026. Be sure to post respectful questions and comments below, and remember, when it comes to tech, I've got you covered.